would be weakened. And if we could follow that up through the use of the maximum military force that we could bring to bear on him, through the bombing, through the mining of the harbors, through the cutting of his lines of communication, by moving in and cleaning out his sanctuaries, the enemy would have no choice but to come to some accommodation.
In the beginning of 1968, General Westmoreland needed 206,000 more troops. We met hour after hour after hour in the Pentagon, and I started in and asked the Joint Chiefs of Staff, how long do you think that we'll still be in the war? None of them knew. Do you think that the 206,000 men will be enough? Nobody knew. Well, might we have to send more men? Well, possibly. Well, in 6 months, we don't know. A year, 18 months? I couldn't get answers to these questions. By the end of that 4-day interrogation, I was getting down by the end of it into very serious questions like, do any of you men, as you look at it objectively, do you find any diminution in the will of the enemy to fight? Well, they said, no, we guess we don't. Are they sending the same number of men down through the Ho Chi Minh Trail? Well, yes, and even they might be a little more. And how about our bombing? We've placed great reliance on our bombing. Is our bombing stopping them? No. Well, what is the amount of attrition that our bombing's causing? Well, maybe 10 to 15%. So I remember asking one question. Well, if a North Vietnamese field commander in South Vietnam needed 1,000 men, they said yes. If he asked for, say, 1,200 men, 1,000 would get through. Well, that's right. Well, then he'd have the 1,000 that he really needed. Well, yes, that's so. Well, this type of interrogation, finally by the end of 4 or 5 days, I must say that my thinking had undergone a very substantial revolution.
All we are saying is give peace a chance. All we are saying is give peace a chance. All we are saying is give peace a chance.
As long as the American president is commander-in-chief of the biggest